Hello and welcome back to Ferrari Gaming. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than normal. Obviously, I've done unboxings and things in the past. This is a haul. Basically, loads of crap that I bought. So, to time date this, damn it, I was doing so well, I just looked at the screen. It's time to, unfortunately, date this. This past weekend, Joy and myself went to the UK Gamer Expo, where we met some awesome people, played some awesome games, and yeah, I went a bit overboard. I didn't intend to buy so much. Yeah, I got a bit carried away, to say the least. It's been a while since I've played any board games, and I've recently got into it with a few friends. I currently DM for a little group, and we sort of half split. So some people come here to mine to play in the living room. We play via Roll20 for some other people around the country, including Joy. And the people that come here, we're playing a few more board games. So we played the classics. So we played Monopoly. I've got a version of Pokemon Monopoly downstairs. We've played Trail. I believe there's a second part to that, but I can't remember what it actually is. And Space Flux. I think it's Space Flux. It's one of the Fluxes, which is a little card game, and it's been fun. So I thought I'd get some more games while Joy and I were at UK Games Expo, and I could save myself all the postage stuff and get a few extra things. So first off, speaking of Flux, I got myself 5 Flux. Awesome little game. It is really simple to pick up. It's got, if I just pick it out of the box, there is a how-to thing. There's also, oh, there you go. So one Star Flux, sorry, the one we've been playing is Star Flux. So there's all the different types. I say all, there's probably more than that. There's a little selection of some of them, and it's done a little box, just cards. And if I can get them out. So you start off, the basic rules, with just this one on the table, which is the basic rules, which is draw one, play one. So each round you draw a card, play a card, and you have a selection of these cards in your hand. Now you have keepers that are your players, if you like. They just sit in front of you. Some of them don't do anything, like River. River doesn't actually do anything, but Zoe, during your turn you can steal Wash. So if someone else has Wash on the table, during your turn you can steal him and put him on your side. Then you have actions. So this one is random tax. Take a card at random from the player of each other player and add these cards to your own hand. So again, there's various ones. Most of these in this one are named after Firefly, such things. Then there are goals. Now these are what you need to win. So this one is Fireflies have 2 shuttles. So you need Serenity and Shuttle keepers on the table to win. No power in the verse can stop me. You've got River, and it's just called Guns, but it's a couple of Jane's guns. It's actually Jane's big gun. Vera, it's been a while since I watched it. I think it's Vera, and Mal's pistol. And again, you need those on the field in front of you to win. But whenever a new one's played, the previous one is discarded. So you have to play that pretty smartly. You then got creepers and malfunctions. I think there's still malfunctions in this, but you essentially draw. If you draw this, it doesn't stay in your hand. You immediately have to play it on whatever it says. So this one is oh, that's just one you play in front of you. Okay, so these two don't actually attach to anything, but this one is Reavers. So, and if you've got them in front of you, you can't win unless the goal states otherwise. There are a couple of goals that do need them to win. There's more goals. There are more cards. There's rules. Where are the rules? For the yellow, there's the rules. So you also have these ones. So that one is hand limit of 4, so you can only have 4 cards in your hand at any one time, apart from on your turn. When you draw one, you've got 5, but then you play one, so you're back down to 4. At the end of your turn, you have to be the rules. Then you've got a goal meal. Once during your turn, discard as many of your gold cards as you choose, then draw that many cards. The rules anyone can use. and there's various different ones. So no hand bonus, start of turn event. If you have an empty hand, draw 3 cards before observing the current rule, draw rule. So if it's draw 4, and that's on the field as well, and you've got an empty hand, you take 3, and then you take another 4. Then you've got surprise cards, which are like trap cards, basically, which do 2 different types of things depending on when they're played. So, for instance, this surprise veto is for rules, which is there's a little yellow line and a cross there. So if you play it out of your turn, you discard a new rule that the player's just played, and it just goes to the discard pile. If you do it during your turn, you discard your choice of up to 2 rules currently in play. So it gets very interesting very quickly, but it's a very simple little game to pick up. You can combine them, so you can combine the decks. It would make games a lot longer. Because obviously, if you're playing with 2 decks, you've then got to go. You've got double the amount of keepers, and you might get keepers from one deck, but the goals from another, which makes things a lot harder. Again, doable, but it does make the game a lot longer, and this can go on for a long time anyway. So that's 5/5 Flux. Next is a nice little one, Brews of the World. This is a fun little one, but it basically is top trumps, but with beer. So I haven't actually opened this one yet, it's still sealed. I haven't had the others around to play. But these are all drinks that have been picked for this, and there are some blank cards in here as well, and you can send in your picks, and if they get accepted, they'll get made and put into the decks, which is quite cool. Or made into a booster. I think you buy booster packs, if I remember rightly. So this one is Molotov Cocktail. Year 2011, alcohol 13, and it's quite literally top trumps between those 2. But whoever starts picks one. I think you normally start with the year, I think, or might be the alcohol, depending on what you pick. And the first person plays whatever they want. Every turn after that, you have to play higher than whatever is chosen. So if someone chooses alcohol, you have to choose alcohol with your card. You have to go higher and higher. If you can't play it, you pick up everything that's been put down. And the idea is to get rid of all your cards. So a very simple little game. I thought it'd be quite interesting to see all the different types of drinks. We have story cubes, which are quite fun. Again, you can combine with all the different types. These are action cubes. There's also basic cubes. Then you get special ones. So Joy bought a Batman set. I'm looking at currently getting a Doctor Who set, and they come in a nice little box. And as you can see, they've got a little. Focus on that. Kinda. They have little images on. The idea is you roll them all and you make a story based on what the images on the dice, basically. There are set rules for it, I believe, somewhere. But you can make up your own little rules. So Joy and I were combining. I think it was these ones, the Batman ones, and the orange one, the orange pack. I can't remember what the ones they are. I think it might be the basic ones. And we were just rolling all of them and taking it in turns to place them in a line and seeing what story came out. But you can sort of say make a film trailer, and whoever rolls the dice has to make a film trailer out of them. Quite a simple little game. Again, quite fun to play with multiple people. We have Battle for Faerun, D&D Dice Masters. I saw this and bought it because it looked cool. And I've never played a Dice Master game before, nor a Joy, so we spent ages working this out and playing a few games of what we think were the right rules. It went well. I lost both times. I won't open that up because I have these. We bought boost. You buy booster packs, and yeah, we had to buy boosters. So I'll grab one of these. So you have monster cards or player cards, or again, I'm not too sure of what you call everything. But this is all D&D stuff. So we have ghosts, half-orc barbarian, gorgon, white dragon, orcus, striped spiders, blink dogs. Got a beholder there. Got a few beholders actually. Gnome ranger, and they each come with their own special dice, which are these ones, which are all coloured. So if I just grab like a little stack of a few of them. Bring them off the little dip in the bottom of the tray. So they all come in little different colours, and they're based on what are on the bottom there. And each of them have different rules for how they play and how you roll the dice. And then there's basic dice as well, which give you your points essentially that allow you to draw these out and play them and add your dice to the game and such. And then you have these ones. This is a spell die. I wasn't aware we actually got a spell in here. Oh no, that's right. We dropped that one. That's actually out of the main box. So yeah, that was quite interesting. Again, we think we understand the rules. We may have just been making it all up and playing an absolute a new game entirely. But we had fun. It was a good little play. I'll probably get more boosters, especially seeing it's at the UK Games Expo. The boosters are all 50p each, hence why I think we got 4 each in the end. I've got them all here simply for the purpose of this video, and it'll probably only be me enjoy playing that between us anyway, because I don't think I can remember the rules well enough to show anyone else how to play. So I'll probably sort of set the webcam up, sort of looking at my desk, playing the cards, and do play with Joy over Skype or something. Well, she was down in about a month, I think. So there'll be a few more videos and things coming out with Joy and myself. Not Lego this time. We're not doing Lego. We are doing Hustle Cat and possibly Tales from the Borderlands. Not too sure on that one yet, because obviously we're still playing through Borderlands 2, and anyone's been paying attention, there hasn't been a Borderlands 2 video in a while. Where Jake moved house, he didn't have internet, so he's just got that back. Hopefully we're recording some more of that soon. Keep an eye out if that's what you've been interested in. It is coming back. We have Rhino Hero. This is a fun little game. You start off with a foundation, which is somewhere in here. Which is that card, and these lines here are walls, and you place these walls on them. So you take one of those, bend it up, and you put that on the thing, and you just build a tower. And then once you've done all the walls on that card, you place another card. Let me see if I can find it. So I'm just find some special ones. So you have basic cards, which are that one, which you just put more walls on.
Excuse me, there is a message for
My phone went off. I have a message. You have that card, which is a +1. It's really hard because they're holographic. It's +1, so the next person draws an extra roof tile on their go. You have a purple arrow, which reverses, so the play goes back the other way. There's a ×2, which means you play 2 roof tiles, so you play that one and then another one directly on top of it. And you have the rhino tile. Now, you put the walls down, and on that little rhino circle, you put the little rhino, this little wooden block here. And you basically build the tower up, and as these pop up, you move the rhino up the tower. And the game either ends when you build the tower and use all the pieces, or someone knocks it over, which is normally the way it goes. Next we have Sophie. I bought phase 1. Joy has one of the packs and a few boosters, I think, and we played it a fair few years ago now when it first came out, and it was awesome, absolutely brilliant game. I've never got it yet. We saw the bloke who does it all, and we went. Well, I said I want to get some, so I bought phase 1. So they're the rule cards and some blank. You get some blank cards, so you can make your own ones up, and you essentially just draw and play, and you play them in front of you. And they're all really random, and I love this game. So much fun, so funny. So that one is Ninja Bread Men plus 450, so you get 450 points. And you can play cards in front of you or in front of someone else, so that's just happy. Plus 100, and this one has a little special rule. Play one more card this turn, so you can play that and then play another card. In this, there are 5 decks in this phase 1 box, which look like that. That's a lot of cards. You also get some postcards and a little pin badge, which I love. I love my pin badges, and some bracelets. And you essentially have to get to is it 1,000 or 1,200? Was 1,200 the rule? That's not the rules. The rules. First player to get to 1,000 points wins. Seems fairly simple, but you have try to find one like this one. You can play on someone, minus 200 points. Play this card only during an opponent's turn. So on an opponent's turn, you can just go, there you go, you can have that. And they get minus 200 points. Now, there are cards that counteract things in here, and there's ones that don't have points, they just have rules. This one is plus 150, or play a negative card from your points pile on one opponent. So instead of using the 150 on that, you can discard this and move one of the negative cards in front of you to an opponent. So obviously upping your score, lowering theirs. So that's a very fun game, and again, with all the blank cards, so you can make your own. You can make little in jokes, and it gets very interesting. Let's put that back in the box, and all the decks come in their own little deck packs, like a normal deck of cards. But I just put them all back in here because it saves having to hunt through them all and separate them and reshuffle them again next turn. It's a lot of cards to shuffle. Now, downstairs I have a game called Zombies. Brilliant game, love it, always have. It's one of my favourite board games to play. But I don't have any expansions, so I went a little bit crazy. Annoyingly, I couldn't find them in order, which it bugs me a little, but I really wanted some expansions. So I have Zombies 14, I have Zombies 10, or X, I have number 5, and number 13. Now, that one can be played on its own or with the base game. These are all expansions and need the base game to work. And the idea is get yourself and or anyone else to the helipad. You can either work as a team or you screw each other over. And you battle zombies along the way and collect tokens, and you have to find the helipad and find various different things to activate the rest of the game, if you like. Can be a quick game, can be a very long game, depending on how dicky everyone is. There are some, you get cards in them that you can either play on yourself, that sort of speed you up, give you little boosts, or you can give the boost to someone else. It's not, no, you can. Or there's cards that dick people over, like move this person back to start, or when someone else takes their turn, you decide where they move. You can be a real dick about it. I then have this game, which I have no idea what it is. I actually bought this for Alex. Mysterium. Oh, you can see my monitor in the back. You can see my monitor in the reflection. This is an asymmetric cooperative game. One player adopts the role of the ghost, while the others play as psychics. All players share the same goal of shedding light on the strange circumstances surrounding ghost deaths and laying spirits to rest at last. So I have no idea what or how this is played, but it looks very interesting. It looks like it's sort of a DM role, or a game master role of some kind. I'm not sure. I think we're playing that this week when the others come around. And finally, what I have, there's one more thing after this. I have Ice Cool, which is a fun little game. This was actually, I didn't actually buy this one. This was actually given to me by Brain Games, who made it. Is it by Brain Games, or they just? I believe it is Brain Games that actually made it. Yes. Brain Games Publishing, SIA. They actually gave me this, so thank you very much. If you want to get your own copy of this, www.brain-games.com. I'm pretty sure there are other places to sell it as well. It was their first time unveiling at the UK Games Expo, and it was on all the stalls to buy. It was insane. But they kind of gave me a copy to review, and it's like. With most games, you can say it's kind of like this, or it's like this. Like, I don't know. Well, like I did with Bruce, what, the beer one. It's like Top Trumps. Or Zombies. There's a fair few games like that. I can't remember the names of any of them off the top of my head. There's a fair few games where you go space by space, and there's things to battle along the way. Most of these you can say it's kind of like this. This, on the other hand, I have nothing to compare this to. It is awesome, to say the least. In this box, this box, so that's the lid. Take the lid off. There's the board game. That is the game. So in this is loads of panels, and these all connect together with these little fish. And this is the board. This is what you play in. It's actually on the front, box in a box, and you actually play in this. And the idea is you are in a penguin school, and you are running away from the hall monitor, who is trying to stop you from running around the halls, and you are trying to collect your fish. But there's no squares, there's no grid, there's no clear places to step, there's no dice. To move your character, which are these little wobbly penguins, you quite literally flick them around the board. You can flick them at the base and they'll just slide, or if you flick them in the head, they can jump, and you can jump across things. If I remember, I'll put a video to the trailer in the description below, and you can have a look. There'll be links for all of these in the description below, so you can have a look or get them yourself if you like. But I have never played a game like this, and it was so much fun. The poor woman who gave us the interview, thank you so much. But she was trying to explain how the game works, and I'm just sitting there flicking penguins. So I'm just flicking them across the board. It was so much fun. Yeah, there will be videos on all of these. We will be playing all of these and recording them. I'm currently working on the setup for it. Because we'll have to play it downstairs, not in here. So I'm on my old server, which is now connected to my TV in my living room, which I play DVDs and things on. So it's not exactly powerful. We bought it because it was cheap at the time, and then obviously I then got this computer, so my old computer is now the new server. So yeah, it's not amazingly powerful. Hopefully it'll work fine. We'll find out. Oh, and the last thing, bear with me, I need to go and grab it from the other room. For me, it's going to be about a minute or so. For you, it'll be instantaneous. And I'm back. As I am a DM for a little group of us, so I have, obviously, lots of dice. Here's my dice bag. I have a lot of sets of dice in here. I bought a little set of, it was five sets of RPG dice for like 13 quid off eBay. And then I've slowly bought more. So all the ones off of eBay are standard size dice, and I've got a set of 7. I then decided I wanted some bigger dice, so I got a giant RPG set. So for comparison, where's that D20 gone? Oh, the D10s, there we go. There's a normal D10, there's my big set D10. I then decided I wanted a giant D20, so I got a giant D20. There's the D20 from my big set. So there's also another one that goes down here, which is even smaller. I've always wanted a metal set. If you buy them online, they are ridiculously expensive for one, and 2, cost a lot to post because they're quite heavy. So at UK Games Expo, I decided to get a set of metal dice. So I got a full set of 7. I call this bolt metal. Not bolt metal. Yeah, bolt metal grey is what I call it. I'm no Warhammer player, so it looks like the old bolt hammer grey. Is it bolt hammer? By the way, it looks like one of the paints I used to use. So you're gonna focus on that ish. So I got a full set of 7 RPG dice. So I got my D20, D20, D12. Got D10 and percentile version, D8, D6, and a little D4. The D4 and the D6 are really sharp. I then spotted these, which again, these are all solid metal. These weigh an absolute crap ton compared to my other dice, and they are gorgeous. I got 2 because we're playing 5th edition, so advantage disadvantage makes it a bit easier. Instead of rolling one dice twice, I can roll both of those. So there's the set D20, and there's one of the big ones. And I also got a couple of t-shirts, but I've already worn them and those are in the wash, so I can't show you those. If I remember, I'll get some photos and I'll overlay them here, so you can see the t-shirts I got. Actually, I've only bought one. The black one I bought. The white one was kindly gifted by the guy at the Sophie stand. I am so sorry, I can't remember your name. I'm really bad with names. I'm good with faces. I still remember what you look like, but I'm really bad with names. So I'll try and look it up and put it at the bottom here again if I remember. My memory is shocking. Yeah, that was it. That was our haul from UK Games Expo. Coming out soon will also be the video of a time at UK Games Expo. So it's just a little. It's nothing major. We didn't do any interviews as such. We did a little interview with the people over the ice call. That was more just a little video of the game itself. It's about a 10-minute video, just me flicking penguins. I'm not going to upload that. I'll upload a section of it so you can see how it's played. For the most part, it was just videos of the event. It was our first time at UK Games Expo, so first time events. I like to just play by ear, have a look round, see how it goes, and the next event I may book a few interviews and such, or might do some interviews. This one, again, for the first, we've done a fair few gaming events, and I've been gifted a few keys and things. This is by far one of the coolest things. Being gifted a solid, actual board game that you can hold and play, and it's awesome. It really is. So thank you very much, Brain Games, for that. Again, a video on that soon, when the others will get around here, and I can work out the setup. But yeah, that was my little haul from UK Games Expo. So thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, friend, subscribe, and check out the other videos going up either today as well or yesterday, depending on when I can get this edited by. Is my Loot Crate for May. It arrived a little bit late, so you can go and watch that as well. And again, there'll be videos coming out of all of these being played by us, as well as maybe a bit of a D&D video. I haven't decided yet. I may do a little mini dungeon with the others that we can record, see how we get on. But we're not at a place where we know the rules comfortably enough to record it at the moment. There's a lot of looking in the book or looking on apps and looking things up, and we're getting a few things wrong based on how I want to do it. For the most part, I'm sticking to the book. I have made a few home-baked rules, and there are some home-baked characters in there. I've made a few not really pets, they're companions for a couple of my players. That have full character sheets and level up stats. So I may share those out. I may go and put those onto a D&D forum and see what people think. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Look forward to all of these and more Borderlands. Lots more Borderlands. And loads more games. There's so many games I want to play. And now that Jake has it in their back, we can play them again. Yes! Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.